Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, member of the Board of Trustees, President Richard Doney, AEC faculty, and most of all, class 2017. I am honored to be here with you at this American university in Cairo, one of the finest universities in the region. I'm also energized to be in this great city of Cairo. I'm also humbled to receive this degree in the company of so many accomplished young adults. Class of 2017, congratulations. You make your professor, your parents, your family proud of you. You aspire to study at a great university. You worked hard. You have reached one of the most important goals in your life, earning a great degree from a great university. But like all accomplishments, they are not yours alone. Tonight, and hopefully for the rest of your life, you will make time. You will take time to give gratitude where it's due. First, to your first educator, to your parents, and to your families. While this is your night, dear graduate, but also it's their night. So take a moment and look at their faces full of pride, love, and perhaps a touch of sadness. As a parent myself, I have had the satisfaction of seeing 4 of my children graduate from a university. I know firsthand what it's like to live through this transition. Your child moving from high school to a university and finally to independent life. So allow me to just take a moment and thank your parents, just for the hours, not just for the hours they have spent tutoring the children, nor for the sacrifice you made as a parents to send your kids to this prestigious university. I want to thank them, most of all, for the gift they are now giving to Egypt and the Arab world. Your children, the class of 2017, each and every one of the 634 young adults we are celebrating today, is now our region's most important resources, our strongest defense, and ultimately our future for a great hope for the region. بارك الله لكم فيهم وجزاكم الله كل الخير على تعبكم. Graduate, as I look at you tonight, I see happy, determined faces with just a hint of worry. And I don't blame you. I understand why you might feel this feeling. You live in a turbulent time where some of your most cherished value belief as a young Arab are being tested. Everything from standing up to your neighbors to finding your place in this great world. Yet, this is the most exciting time as the pace of change and the tech advancement have opened up unlimited opportunity for young men and women like you. As the millennials, you must navigate a very different life path than my generation. When I graduated from an engineering school at Cal Poly in the US, class of 1977, none of you were born. And that's good, because you will not know what to do without your mobile phone. My parents and my friends had to wait months to receive their photo of my official graduation, where your entire network now can watch you graduate live in Facebook, Snapchat, and maybe YouTube. When I graduated, I had a fewer choices than you do today. My career path has already been drawn for me. I joined my family business that my father had built without hesitation, without or any question about what else I might have wanted to do or achieve, and end up staying in my entire career. You, on the other hand, you're expected to change job 5 to 7 times in your life. When I started my career, the opportunity for young Arab with education were immense in petroleum, construction, retail, banking, etc. Today, these industries forever are changing or quickly replaced by advanced technology, robotics, giving away to a new way of working from the blockchain to the giga economy. Yes, my life as a 21 years old, nothing looks like you today. This is a fact of life. No generation lives through exactly what the generation before it lived. As Gibran Khalil wrote, لأن الحياة لا ترجع إلى الوراء ولا تولد الإقامة في منزل الأمس. Graduate, today you're entering a new phase of your life. You may have many decisions ahead of you, many choices to make. I have a full confidence in you, your ability, but I impress upon you to remember 3 pieces of advice I'd like to share with you today. First, always challenge the status quo. Whatever career you choose, whatever job you do not be afraid of rocking the boat. Do your research, prepare yourself, and once convinced, do not hesitate and do not hesitate to challenge the status quo. Initiate and embrace change. Welcome change as a permanent state of life. I can tell you from my own personal experience that you cannot make significant improvement unless you challenge the status quo. I took over as a CEO as Mashreq Bank in 1991 when I was 34. I was the youngest member of my management team. I had a vision to reposition Mashreq as a world-class organization. To achieve my vision, I needed to transform the bank from a traditional nondescript bank to a market leader. I challenged all the established norms and set in motion organization transformation by changing its strategy, structure, system. Organization transformation followed by image transformation, and finally concluded the culture transformation. During this process, I faced countless hurdles. I was scoffed by my peers. I was accused of damaging a healthy institution. Still, I was not deterred by the criticism and single-mindedly continued the transformation. Challenging the status quo, not only repositioned Mashreq as the leading bank in the region, but all other banks followed us and embraced change we have initiated. Today, Mashreq Bank is known as the most innovative trendsetter in the banking in the UAE. Second advice, this is from my experience. Persevere in the face of adversity. At a time, you may find yourself isolated, or the pressure on you to back down is immense. But I appeal with you to persevere. In my experience, the ability to persevere is one of the biggest differences between people who succeed and people who don't. I am sure most, if not all of you, have persevered in the face of life, harshest circumstances, illness, death, hard economic times, or more. I'm always amazed at young people who persevere despite all the odds stuck upon against them in the journey to succeed. Sometimes I am compelled to think that it is not despite, but actually because it's the challenge they face. Here, if you allow me, I want to take a moment to pay tribute to the 100th Al Ghurair STEM scholar here at the AUC, who is studying at the AUC from Abdulla Al Ghurair Foundation for Education. They have, in many ways, shaped how I come to think about perseverance. I should mention that while we have selected these brilliant Arab youth because of their need of financial support, the most important criteria are their achievement irrespective of their nationality, religion, or gender. Our scholars have been everything we hoped for and more. They are excelling at the university despite the personal, political, economical challenge they faced while studying engineering, science, and technology. I recently learned about 2 stories of incoming AUC scholars supported by Abdulla Al Ghurair Foundation for Education, which I'd like to share with you this evening. The first story is a young woman from Egypt. Manar mothers had cancer. Her mother's illness motivated her to study pharmacy. She began working on research to reduce the effect of chemotherapy as early as her first year of undergraduate studies. Despite the heavy academic load and her research, Manar also carried the burden of providing for her family. She worked at the local pharmacy as a translator throughout her degree to fund the education of her sibling. Manar is a truly shining example of what to persevere. She hoped to enroll at AUC in a master's degree of nanotechnology while completing her cancer drug research. Well done, Manar. The second story is a young man from Somalia. Jama had made it through all the interviews of the foundation of very highly competitive selection criteria. He missed 2 Skype interviews. When the foundation finally reconnected with him, the team found out that he had been traveling on foot for 1 month, with over 100 of family displaced by the recent drought in Somalia. Jama was awarded the Al Ghurair STEM Scholarship because he is already a community leader working on ways to reduce the impact of climate change in his country. But also because he had persevered against many odds that came across him. Just to be able to sit for exam, Jama had to take a bus ride from his home to Ethiopia. For 5 days, he was riding the bus. Jama hopes to begin a master's degree in sustainable development in September at AUC. These scholars are true inspiration for me. Their perseverance is taking them from success to another. Like you, they are not the only writing their own future, they are writing the story of the Arab youth. I'm sure there are those among us today who have stories as inspirational as the story of Jama and Manar. Third, and a final advice, give back to your country and region. In addition to challenging the status quo and always persevering, I hope you will find time to share what you have been blessed with by way of opportunity, good health, and good fortune with those who don't. I believe that success in life cannot be measured by how much money we make or what position we have achieved, but rather by what we have done to improve the lives of other people who needed help. I think the Egyptian poet Farouk Juwaida put it beautifully. إنني أؤمن عن يقين أن سعادتنا تبدأ داخلنا وأن السعادة في العطاء ربما تفوق السعادة فيما يعطيه لنا الآخرون. Giving is not all about money. Although donating money is very important, there are many ways to give back to your community. Each of us, his or her way, must contribute in enhancing the life of others in a sustainable manner. 2 years ago, my father gave me the biggest privilege in my life, to chair Abdulla Al Ghurair Foundation for Education. In this position, I began to dig deep into issues I have never imagined. I am applying my business knowledge to everything, how to ensure that our investment have real impact, to how to disrupt our education system, and how to encourage a new generation of philanthropic. Our foundation work has been fulfilling not only for me, but also for the entire family. Only my regret is that we had not started the foundation earlier, that we had not engaged sooner in solving our region's most critical inequality, access to quality education. It is my firm belief that everyone in the region, no matter how little or they have or how young they are, need to be engaged. You graduate, you must lead the charge. We need you. You already have so much to give. Whatever you learn at this great university, your energy, optimistic about the future, we need it all. Class 2017, you are among the best positioned young people in our region. I urge you to begin your journey of giving early. Volunteer your time to a great cause. Be ambassador for education. Mentor a young person with a potential, or invent a tech solution for a challenge that affects somebody you love. Just please start early. Start now in these holiest days of Ramadan and keep it up for as long as you can. Before I close, I want to mention a special thanks to President Richard Oni and all of AUC for opening their doors to Al Ghurair scholars from Egypt and the rest of the Arab world. We all share the vision that philanthropic foundation, education institution, and must and can come together to open access of education to those who need it most. This is why I'm so pleased that AUC is one of the first to set up, to work with the Abdulla Al Ghurair Foundation for Education to offer scholarship to high-achieving refugee youth. This is part of my drive. I'm personally championing to ensure that no young person uprooted by conflict in our region should go without education. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you. Your leadership has set an excellent example for students, graduate, and other universities. Graduate, parents, faculty, one more time, congratulations. Thank you to invite me to participate in a special evening with this, celebrating the graduation of your university. Remember, always challenge the status quo, persevere in the face of adversity, and give back to your community, your country, and the region. Keep succeeding, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.